if you're not familiar with the format of this show, well, what happens is I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and then I give them points based on how well they do. So if they're 10th on the Dean's List, they get 1 point, and if they're 1st on the Dean's List, they get 10 points. So last week, I think Cody Ko is gonna jump in at the 10th place, and he's gonna pick up that first measly, pathetic, embarrassing point. He had a video about Dhar Mann, okay? Now Dhar Mann is making these, like, really cheesy kind of like motivational skits, I guess, to kind of like, I don't know, they suck. This video is only good enough to get 1 point. I'm not going to waste your time talking about it. Go watch it if you want it. Cody Ko. Now this next creator coming in at number 9, I normally find him to be a little bit too cringy to watch all the time. You know, I find his content to be a little bit too forced down your throat a little bit of the time, but he's super talented and he put out 2 fantastic videos. Coming in at number 9, picking up 2 points, we got Stevie T, the musician, the guitar playing YouTuber that makes all the faces at your face. You know, that guy. He did a video about how to be Green Day, and then his music video where he did a song in the style of Green Day was really sick and I really loved it. And then he did like a video about how to fix a song that his fans on Twitter said, you cannot fix this song. And then he made it like really thrashy and metal and it was pretty sick and I loved it. Stevie T, 2 points. Now, he's been missing from the list for the last couple weeks if you noticed. But it doesn't mean that he's not sick. Coming in at number 8, picking up 3 points, we got Anthony Fantano, mostly for his video about like what constitutes a bad review. Because his fans came at him with like, what we think is bad reviews is what we disagree with you by. But Anthony Fantano has like criteria of what actually makes a bad review, and he hit us with it. It was great. And he also had a solid week behind him on top of that, enough to pick him up 3 points. Okay, now, coming in here at number 7, picking up 4 points, is a creator that, you know, I didn't know was going to be on this list once in a year, let alone the whole time I've been watching his stuff this year. I've been really impressed. He's been picking up them points. We're talking about Jacksfilms. Now this video that he did kind of like restored the hope within me about being a YouTuber and about what this platform can be. Okay, this video was awesome and I loved it and I want to see more stuff like it. Okay, so I might like ironically and kind of, I don't know, jokingly use the hashtag #GradeMe for Jacksfilms to grade this video because that was the concept of this video. He was grading other YouTubers' videos and giving them like a platform to be seen, and it was fucking so cool to see and I loved it, and the ramifications of it were pretty awesome. On the other end, you know, there's this one creator named Depressed Laughter that he featured, you know, and he was kind of like Nerd City vibes, whatever, and apparently he only had like 600 subscribers, somewhere in that range, before like the shout out from Jacksfilms, and then it happened, and now he's like sitting around 5K or whatever, and I think that's really dope. In this world of YouTube where like the rich just get richer and the poor just get poorer and poorer because they have to pour their money into this stuff and like they don't see much on the other end, where the rich people just get richer and richer and richer and richer. It was so cool to see a big time YouTuber like Jacksfilms kind of like highlight these smaller YouTubers, and it was like so friggin' heartwarming that I don't even know how to respond to it. It should be higher up on this list. Like, I disagree with my own list at this point. Jacksfilms, I think you get like infinite amounts of points for what you're doing on your channel. With the Kidz Bop game show stuff, how you're keeping up with the eye, all the things that's going on the Jacksfilms channel this year. It's not stale, it's really dope. He's still going. Keep up with the Jacksfilms. Number 6, we're going to be talking about this guy. If you're familiar with his content, you're thinking like comedy skits or podcasts. But this time, Gus Johnson hit us with a straight up, just simple old commentary video on Steve Harvey and his, like, how he treats women and how it was really weird and cringy and disgusting and shouldn't be a thing. So great job, Gus Johnson. Coming in at number 6, picking up 5 points. I love to see it. Now, when this list started at the beginning of the year, this next creator I anticipated to be on the list more and more, but the competition has been stiff, okay? So Leon Lush is coming in at number 5, picking up 6 points for his video about Prince EA and Prince EA's school. Now, this video was an amazing watch, okay? I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing. If you wanna watch it, I probably should like leave a card or a link or something. Am I too lazy to do that? I'm not sure. Stay tuned to find out. Now, number 4 is one of the most real creators, one of the most authentic creators that I've seen here on the platform. He's picking up 7 beefy points this week for his videos about frat houses, sausages, interesting animals. He had a talent show on his Twitch channel. There was a video about Simp War and a Simp War Part 2. There was a robot battle royal. There was like weird Steam games, coronavirus evangelicals, and like healing through the screen. We're talking about Critical picking up 7 points. I couldn't even like list his videos without stumbling over them, let alone produce this amount of content, even though it is low effort, but it is the most authentic. I love you, Critical. Great job. Now coming in here at number 3, we're talking about 8 beefy points for our brother over there in Australia, Lewis Spears. Now he's not putting out like the most like YouTube-y content anymore, you know, he doesn't have like the background and he's not really commenting on the things that are happening on the platform. He's more like being a stand-up comedian and trying to do like the whole comedy thing, but the things that he's putting on the old platform are entertaining enough to pick up 8 beefy points. We gotta talk about sneakers here for a little bit. Okay? Now I'm kind of like a burgeoning, blossoming sneakerhead, and it's kind of embarrassing to admit that. So I'm being very vulnerable with you guys right now, that when I see pairs of sneakers, I likes to look at them. I likes to scroll through sneaker apps, okay? I don't know what it is about me, but it's now a thing that's a part of my personality, and now you guys know it, and it's no longer a secret. And this next creator is a shoe tuber. He's a sneaker channel, and you guys already know I love him. His name is Brad Hall. And was coming in at number 2, picking up 9 points because, as you know, or maybe you don't know, I can't imagine that you guys watching this channel are particular sneakerheads, but the Travis Scott SB Dunk that recently released was going for like $1,600 resale, and that was just too much for our boy Brad Hall. You know, so he had to come on here, and he had to make his own. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this sneaker, it has like a bandana pattern, it has a plaid pattern, it has very like intricate things going on all around it, and Brad Hall replicated it in the most hilarious way that I've ever seen anyway. So enough, he's gotta get 9 beefy points. Now with those 9 points that Brad Hall's picking up, what's that gonna do? He was already sitting close to the top of the leaderboard. Was that enough for him to take the number 1 spot? But before we talk about number 1 of the year so far, we gotta talk about number 1 of the week last week, and that goes to Wavy Web Surf, picking himself up 10 of the beefiest points that I can muster from within my soul. So there you go, Wavy Web Surf, for your video about Pru Wayne 2 Forever. Now the reason why this video was so special to me was because back when, it was about a year ago now I guess, when I first started to be a little bit more authentic on YouTube, where I wanted to take it a little bit more seriously, where I was like making fun of YouTubers less for just being YouTubers and wanted to just concentrate on YouTube, I needed to practice. So in order to do that, I just picked a topic from within the top of my brain, which was Pru Wayne 2 Forever. Now to this day, that Pru Wayne video of mine is my most viewed video of all time, sitting at around 7,000 views, which means a lot to me. And when Wavy released this video, I was like, no way, bro. Did you actually do what I was trying to do back in the day, but did it actually legit and amazingly? And I clicked the video, and sure enough, he did. Wavy Web Surf told the story of Pru Wayne 2 Forever so well, so thoroughly, answered all the questions, got in touch with Pru Wayne 2 Forever himself, and it was a beautiful watch. It was a beautiful thing. Everything came full circle, and I couldn't be more happy to give Wavy Web Surf 10 of the beefiest points around. Okay, so now when it comes to the leaderboards here, people, I'm only gonna show the top 10 on the screen. I watch so many YouTubers, and so many YouTubers pick up themselves some points that making these tables would just take me a fucking whole week to do onto itself. So I might do a text-based link somewhere, you know, maybe an incentive on the Patreon if you really care about all that. But let's just dive right the fuck into it. And yep, as we see right now, those 9 points that Brad Hall picked up, that was enough to dethrone Psych IRL at the top of the list. He's now sitting there with 42 points, Psych IRL still at 39, Wavy Web Surf now at 3rd. Now that just goes to show you, if you pick up 10 old beefy points, my God, can you rise these rankings like a motherfucker. Below that, a former number 1 at 31 points, Fantano. Below him, a future number 1 in my opinion, we got Critical at 26, Maddie Matheson, Leon Lush, Finn McKenty, Gus Johnson, and Wang round out the top 10. And below that, you know we got JJ McCullough, Jack the Jobber, Pyro Cynical, Lewis Spears, Jacksfilms, Danny Gonzalez, Nerd City, Amanda the Jedi, Anthony Padilla, The Right Opinion, Cody Kogue, O'Connoroo, iNabber, Nerdstalgic, Priming, Goalie Gab, Curtis Connor, Polyphonic, Jay Aubrey, Mr. Fomer Simpson, Nerd Writer, Binging with Babish, Churdleys, Emma Chamberlain, Alpha Media, Rating, Ross Twiddell, CBT, Lbat, Factfiend, Kel Lauren, James Charles, Leonard the Plug, Patricia Bright, and Wisecrack. And on top of that, there's the YouTubers that have never made the Dean's List that are on top of all the other videos that I watch. So if you appreciate the painstaking effort that I go through to rank these YouTubers so I can give them the points for the people, by the people, then you should just go ahead and support the channel.